In 1987, there was a town in Oregon with 300 people, a post office, and a high school. By 1991, it had vanished from every map in existence, not abandoned, erased, and the people who lived there. According to official records, they were never there. In 2003, a genealogist tracing family records encountered something impossible: birth certificates listing a birthplace, Clearbrook, Oregon. But when she searched federal maps, county archives, and historical registries, nothing came back. The town wasn't missing. It had been removed. She documented more than 100 birth certificates, dozens of property deeds, and multiple high school yearbooks. All official, all legitimate, but every address referenced coordinates that led only to dense forest. And many of the documents were signed by officials who had no record of ever working there. Archived satellite imagery told a different story. From 1985 to 1988, the location shows streets, buildings, even a water tower. A functioning town, unmistakable from above. And then, without transition, in 1989, the same coordinates are covered in old-growth forest. Not regrowth, not reclamation. Forest that would take decades to form. According to the land itself, the town was never there. She tracked down 14 people born in Clearbrook. Every one of them stopped responding when the town was mentioned, except one, a woman in her 60s, who agreed to speak only anonymously. What she described didn't contradict the records. It explained them. She remembered the town clearly. The lumber mill, her graduating class, photographs she still owned. But when she returned in 1990, the highway exit was gone. Not missed. Removed. In 1988, a federal land survey was conducted nearby, officially to assess endangered spotted owl habitats. After the survey, things began to change. Mail stopped arriving. Phone routing shifted. Driver's licenses were quietly reissued with addresses the residents had never lived at. The survey records still exist. They document hundreds of owl nests across the same area where Clearbrook had stood. A density impossible for an inhabited town, unless the town had already been gone, on paper, when the survey was conducted. Census data adds another anomaly. In 1980, Clearbrook appears with 287 residents. In 1990, it disappears entirely. Meanwhile, surrounding towns show population decreases, totaling exactly 301 people, categorized as an enumeration error, as if their existence had been retroactively miscounted. Yearbooks from Clearbrook High still surface in antique stores, 1985 through 1988, but the State Department of Education reports no record of the school ever operating. The yearbooks are real. The institution is not. Property deeds filed at the county courthouse reference land coordinates that place the properties below ground level. Not clerical errors, repeated entries, legally valid descriptions of locations that cannot physically exist. The theory that emerged was simple and unsettling. Something discovered during the 1988 survey appears to have triggered what followed. Not abandonment, but retroactive correction. Maps altered, records reassigned. A town quietly edited out of history. In the National Archives, the genealogist found a letter dated 1989 from a Forest Service supervisor to the Department of the Interior. Subject line: Resolution of Clearbrook Situation. The contents are fully redacted, except one line at the bottom: Survey complete. Retroactive measures approved. Clearbrook. Oregon appears on no modern map. It exists in no database. The people who lived there moved on, quietly. But the evidence remains. birth certificates from a town that never was, yearbooks from a school that didn't exist, and satellite images showing something that shouldn't have disappeared. Sometimes the most unsettling conspiracy is the one that already succeeded.